interesting. It's a bit slower, but if you're not, like, confident about remembering your menu movement, you can kind of use the dialogue as a cue, and it can help a little bit. But again, it is ultimately slower, and you see it a lot in this first cutscene, actually. This first minute of the game is a lot of dialogue that you have to mash through, and on English, the way the text scrolls in this cutscene is it's going to go kind of slowly, a little bit slow, or not slowly, but it's going to scroll, as you see. It's scrolling into existence. There's a button to make it scroll faster, but there's not a button to insta-skip it. Yeah. So the scrolling's going to be a little bit slower. Also, this menu is actually a little bit easier to navigate. Zan's making the mistake of naming the creator and the vessel the same thing wastes a little bit of time with extra text.
Because they get, like, 2 more text boxes,
Yeah, you get 2 more text boxes. Also, in English, that definitely doesn't help.
So now these runners are gonna be going back in bed because it skips the school sequence at the start, which is like 4 minutes.
I wish something going to bed, back to bed in order to skip school is something I could do in real life, but unfortunately I can't really do that. Something else I don't have in real life also is the wrist protector. The wrist protector is an item that lets you go through text instantly by holding down one of your menu buttons. And also, combined with running, which you see here, you can hold either Shift or X, and you can run. A lot of people actually like to put a box on their keyboard to weigh down the Shift and Control keys.
Yeah, they either do that or put on sticky keys.
Okapi finding Susie here, and soon Zans is going to burst that little...
It's a little bit more than
know what that is.
5-second lead.
Yeah. I don't really know what that is that Susie is hiding in.
I think it's a dust pile. That's what I call it.
It's a really big dust pile, but I have no better ideas. I have no better ideas, so I can't really like that. Yeah, now they're going to be running here. Getting hit by one of these things will freeze you in place for a small bit for a damage animation, so you don't want to get hit by them.
Yeah.
Looks like Okapi is fine. Zan's taking a hit.
It doesn't lose that much, though. Only maybe a little bit more than half a second.
Oh, yeah, no. It's definitely, like, minor. But if you get hit 2 or 3 times, that's, like, almost 2 seconds.
Yeah, it adds up a lot.
It does, especially in the cliffs where, except for a fight coming up, basically nothing happens in this segment of the game.
Yeah, so in this fight, they're going to try to get critical hits, which are perfect hits that are right in the line on the fight thing. And if you get it 3 times in a row, it's a quick kill on Lancer. And that's what the runners want to get.
Yeah, however, that's very hard, so... You don't always see it.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. You know, we see it every now and then.
Yeah.
Okapi missing the first critical.
A thing they can do to skip a few animations and save a little bit of time is defend, but I don't know if they're going to do that.
Yep. Zan's also missing it on the first turn. Also, you notice Okapi, when Susie is the character being targeted, is trying to take damage. It's to set up for something later.
Yeah, and Okapi is defending, actually.
Yeah, you see the defend. And I think Zans purposely did the bar a little early there to set up for the defend. Nope, okay, it's just going in for a weaker attack. He's just
waiting, yeah.
I mean, still skipped a little bit of, thingy, so...
Yeah. So pretty soon, we're gonna see these runners go into fields, and that's when the run really starts. They're gonna have to skip a lot of encounters.
Yeah, the big thing here, and you might notice this if you've watched any other previous race, that fights take a long time because we don't have, I mean, we have a run button on the overworld, but we don't have a way to run from encounters. So
Yeah.
these skips are everything in this run.
So the encounters in this game are a lot different than in Undertale, because Undertale was just random, and in this they're like on the overworld, so you have the chance to avoid them, but like you said, you can't run from them if you mess them up.
Yeah. And the Happy fight, there's a lot going on in this fight. Trying to go against the bullets to make the attack go faster. Defending with Ralze on turn 2 to get the faster attack twice. And also making sure you take damage on the first attack in order to skip text boxes that you see Zans going through now.
And not defending on that either.
Yeah, Zan's going for a more kind of, I guess, casual version of the strat is a way to put it. You kind of just do the fight, kind of, again, more how a casual-ish player would do it, but still menuing fast, because menuing is a lot in this run.
Oh, yeah.
When you have to go through a lot of, like, the act or fight menus, or scroll over to defend.
Yeah, menuing is definitely one of the most important parts of the run.
Absolutely.
So now Susie has joined the party for both runners, and now they're going to be making their way to Checkerboard after this Jigsaw fight.
Yeah. Nice double crit on the Jigsaw.
Yeah.
You don't need a double crit there, but you can do it if you want.
Yeah. So now after this puzzle is the hardest skip in Fields. It's not too hard, but it's definitely easy to miss.
Oh yeah, no, this one coming up is a hard one because of how you have to move that. Okapi! I was kind of scared on that one, honestly, but made it through.
Yep.
Definitely took some risk. You see there that Okapi was walking left and right in order to kind of keep run speed while trying to stall in place, but left the stalling rather early. Like, you'll see Zans if Zans goes for it here. Yeah, Zans goes pretty far back and waits a while.
And he misses it, though.
Yeah, what happened there was Zans actually went a bit too far down, and I think bonked on the bottom wall.
Yeah.
Still finishing the fight in 2 turns, which is good, at least.
Yeah, and that's about a 15-second time loss.
15, 20, yeah, usually. The thing with encounters is, with the exception of, like, one skippable encounter where there's only one enemy in it. Ooh, Zan's missing the first Pawn Man.
That's not good.
Nope.
The Pawn Man lose, like, the most time if you miss them, other than Head Happy.
Absolutely. The Pawn Men are kind of powerful, especially if you miss the second one, because that one has 3 Pawn Men tied to it instead of just 2 that you saw in that encounter. Fortunately, Okapi's heading to K round without any missed encounters so far, without any missed skips so far. So this is the fight where you want Susie to die, because you cannot kill this thing. So what you need to have happen is you need to loosen the crown. Susie will still attack at the end of each turn, so second turn's kill isn't optimal. Obviously, you want her to die on the first turn, so you don't have to watch the animation of attack on the second turn. But it's still okay. Yeah,
it does skip a couple animations and the cutscene of Kayron drinking the almond milk.
Mm-hmm. Which is really the big thing you want there. But, like, if Susie dies on turn 4, it actually doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, turn 3, Susan. You can't make Susan die because that's the turn where K-Round drinks the almond milk, and then on turn 4, there's no point of doing it.
Yeah, because you won't watch the animation on turn 5 unless you miss menu.
Yeah, if you miss menu, that's true.
Zans, it looks like Zans actually still has Susie at full HP, so I don't even know if... Okay, well, Susie's not being targeted, but I was gonna say, I don't know if Susie would even die in one turn.
Nah, I think you'd have to get targeted both turns.
Yeah, to even make it worth...
Oh, okay. Okapi was dropping frames. I was scared.
Yeah.
I thought he crashed.
Get the bar clip! The bar clip there is a really minor thing where you can sneak through hitboxes. It's good because, as we mentioned earlier, the damage animation on the overworld freezes you.
Yeah.
And also, there are some damage boosts later, and you might want to be at good health for those if you mess up something. Because coming up soon, we do have some of the harder parts of the run in terms of the encounter skips you have to do.
Yeah. Blocks skip is coming up, which is the second hardest skip in the run.
The second hardest skip next to the Head Happy, which is already an infamous kind of skip in this game.
Yeah, Head Happy is extremely hard.
Mm-hmm. But Okapi doing good on Clover.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see how Bloxer goes. Wants to kind of go against the left wall here and run against... There we go!
He got it.
Very well, yeah. You have to kind of do that specifically to be at the very left while the Bloxer is at the very right at a certain range.
Yeah.
Because that Bloxer has a pretty high downward sight range.
Okay, Zan's having a little bit of trouble with the puzzle.
Yeah, kind of mashing too quickly there.
Let's see, will Okapi make the duck?
Let's see what Okapi...
Nah.
No. I'm not surprised Okapi didn't make the duck. If only on... I believe you said they're on what? They're on 28 pace right now? Or they're on 28 as a PB?
Yeah.
If their PB is on 28, this is a really good run. Cause, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Okapi was on, like, PB pace right now. Because this has been a great run on Okapi's side. A little bit of menuing problems from Zans. Zans have been having a little bit more problems with encounter skips, but has been playing off of them well. Zans has definitely done a good job with the backups on missed skips, which is a pretty good skill in a race. When you're in the loser's bracket side of things and you're already pretty far behind, you know, it's not the best
Zan's
thing.
Not going to be able to get blocks or skip.
Yeah, Zan's
gonna fight, which loses a turnover sparing.
Yeah. To be fair, sparing can be pretty difficult to do quickly, so some people don't even go for learning it. And I mean, hey, Zans is doing pretty good hitting criticals.
Yeah.
So... that could help in later parts of the run. Okay.
Okapi might be able to get a 27, to be honest.
Yeah, Okapi's run is really good right now. Like, I would just race. I'm gonna pull up my own splits to see how Okapi's doing. Okay, there we go. Figuring out what to do. This fight is actually kind of complicated in its menuing, based on where you have to navigate to talk the Lancer, and then make Susie fall asleep after 2 turns for the optimal fight pattern. So right now...
Yeah, it's hard to get good at menuing for this fight.
Yeah, it's definitely really hard. This and Head Happy, if you miss the skip, are some of the harder menus.
Yeah.
But Okapi still did pretty good.
Yeah. Getting the 5 turn.
Getting the 5 turn with the 3 turn sleep, too, which is the optimal pattern of things. Yeah, gonna be entering this part of the run right there. I think compared to, like, looking at my splits, I think if Okapi were to tie my splits for the rest of the run, they'd get exactly a 28. So yeah, Okapi's on a really good pace right now.
Yeah.
Zans is about to enter the second. You're gonna notice something here. Since Zans missed Bloxer skip earlier, this
Bloxer is gonna go really slow. Yeah.
Yeah. Still having a little bit of problem dodging, because again, the height on those things are crazy.
Yeah.
But, still getting past it at least.
So now Okapi has a couple more overworld hazards to dodge.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, he'll be in the castle and is gonna be in a fight with Lancer.
Mm-hmm. Coming up on Okapi's end is a lot of, like, cutscene, where...
Yeah.
As we've mentioned a lot, Susie can't really be controlled at this point in the game, but we're gonna be at a point where Susie is alone. So instead of the game giving you control of Susie, the game is... It's basically gonna be a cutscene of watching Susie.
But you still do have to get TP because that does end the attacks faster.
Yeah, similar to what happened in Happy. It makes the fight slightly faster. Which is slightly good, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
Zans here, making Lancer join the party, causing one of the slower, or not one of the slower, I guess, but one of the, one of the slower things of English is scrolling text like that one.
Yeah.
That ends when it finishes scrolling.
Because of Okapi playing on Japanese, he saved like 12 seconds over Zans there.
Yeah, I think I'm not 100% sure the entire time save between Japanese and English, but I think 12 seconds is like more than half of it.
So coming up is the fight on Okapi's side, where you're just going to be trying to get TP.
Mm-hmm.
And it has some nice music.
It does. I love this song a lot. Now, one thing you're going to want to notice is that Okapi's going to want to do a lot on these first 3 turns, because despite attacks dealing... giving really good TP. I think they give, like, 6 to 7% per hit. Yeah, you see 43, 49, so that's 6 right there, and I think sometimes it deals 7.
Yeah, it's a little more than 6.
It's somewhere between 6 and 7, so it sometimes gives you 6, sometimes 7, something like that.
Yeah.
But... you're gonna notice that after turn 3, the bullets do what I like to call the Toriel effect. So if you've played Undertale, you might know that Toriel, the first boss in that game, after your 2 HP, once you get to 2 HP, her bullets will purposely, like, miss you. Like, you're a magnet, and Toriel's kind of a magnet with the same polarization. If that makes sense. If anybody here knows how magnets work. So they can't hit you. And so Lancer's bullets do that. So you need all of your TP not gained from attacking to be gained within the first 3 turns.
So now on Okapi's side, they're about to be in the real start of Card Castle, where there are 2 skips that are really important in the run. One of them is extremely hard, though.
Yeah, one of the skips is one of the more infamous ones. The other one isn't too bad, but there are 2 methods for it, and the second one can end runs easily.
Yeah.
But you're gonna want to keep your eyes once we get to Card Castle floor 3.
Zans isn't worrying about getting TP here.
I mean, considering Zans is already playing on English, I feel like Zans has never been one to worry about the minor time saves.
No.
Which is definitely a viable strategy in some speed games, but in this game, those minor time saves add up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's something that can make a good runner and a great runner separate. So Okapi here going for the safe version of the Root and Ranger skip, hitting a lot of walls, but still hitting the skip.
Yeah, the harder version is about 1 second faster, so.
Yeah, that one. It's really, I don't really think it's worth the 1 second unless you're really high up there on the board, but some people go for it anyways.
I go for it because I think it's easier, but What do I
Yeah,
mean?
that's fair enough. I've never hit it.
So now coming up is head halfy skip, which is insanely hard. It doesn't look like Okapi is gonna get it. Nah.
Yeah, no, Okapi was a little bit too activated the head halfy a bit too early there is what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the trick to it is you have to kind of aggravate the head halfy to notice you at the latest possible moment.
Yeah, like, you want head halfy to notice you when, like, he's turning around, so you get a bit of a head start.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Okapi ran into the pit a little bit too early. Missed the critical on the second turn and does not do the early Iron Shackle equip strat, so had to take a 3-turn there. Speaking of which, you saw Zans and Okapi take a Iron Shackle from the prison back when they were both in there. Zan's just now leaving there, actually. But that's going to be equipped soon. Okapi is going to walk back in the staircase. Take this safety save. This is the less common of the safety saves, and it is a little bit slower, but K round can be mean if you're not too good at dodging. But yeah, equipping that shackle and that axe at the same time ups Susie's attack stat from 14 to 17.
Yeah. And now the K-Round 2 fight is a lot different than the first one, because on this one, Susie is going to be throwing Rouse at the crown, and Okapi is going to want to get 3 hits right on the crown for the perfect fight.
I don't remember how loose the crown gets if you hit the body of K-Round, but...
It does lose a turn.
It does waste time. The optimal fight you saw Okapi get there is 3 turns, because for every hit on the crown, the looseness of the crown goes up by 35%.
Yeah.
So you technically loosen it to 105% loose, which shouldn't happen. You don't actually do that.
Might get it. Nah.
No. Got a good encounter. Like, I really liked the beginning of it, but just started downwards too late, I think it was. So the happy kind of was given time to catch up to him. Yeah. It was a good start, though. Definitely a respectable start to the skip. And going for all fight here is kind of interesting. If you're not confident in your double crit in order to get 2-turn head happy...
Zans is going to get a 4-turn.
Oh, yeah, no, that's really bad. If you're not too confident in your criticals, this isn't a bad idea to just kind of guarantee a 3-turn, but sometimes you have a big problem there and you get 4-turn.
Yeah.
So I think Okapi is actually doing the Rude Buster strategy here on the King fight.
Yeah, it's a bit easier than Red Buster, but it loses a good amount of time.
Yep. It is a little bit slower. It is easier for sure. Like, I still go for it, except for last race where I kind of went for a weird combination of the two that doesn't exactly exist. But don't worry about that.
If I went for it in my PB, I would have gotten a 26.
Yeah, it's a good time save, but it is hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
The main thing really is TP management, because you can actually miss less crits to get the optimal fight with Red Buster. However, you do TP management. Red Buster uses 60.
Yeah, you have to get a lot of TP in Red Buster.
Yeah.
Which means you either have to get a lot of crits or do really good grazing. And grazing could be hard, especially if you're at low health. Because one hit with Rouse is like half of his health.
Oh yeah, no. Like, the King has like almost Jevil ratios of damage here if you don't buy any defense item.
Yeah, it's insane.
On some attacks, that is. Some attacks are a bit weaker.
Yeah. Okapi looks like it's gonna be a mid to low 28.
Okapi's gonna have a pretty good time, I feel like. Because at this point, I think we've done good enough on the fight where Okapi will be nailing a 10-turn Rude Buster, which despite
it's gonna be a 10.
The fastest version of the fight, is the version you normally see.
There you go. I think that's like a 20 27, no, not 28-19 or something like that.
That's a really good time for Okapi. 28-19 is going to be 10 seconds off of their PB.
Yeah.
Zan's just now entering the fight now.
So yeah, unless like a crash happens or something, Okapi will take this game.
And I've never seen a crash happen post King, actually, so...
Yeah, neither have I. That would be devastating.
We'd have to have, like, a never happens before on this one.
Like, imagine someone on 26 pace.
Oh my goodness.
They crash.
Don't jinx yourself now. Because you're getting close there. Are you going for that? Are you going for...
Yeah. The thing is, head happy skip.
That skip is fun.
I practiced it for a while today.
Yeah, and I guess we should explain because someone in chat is asking, rather someone in chat is asking, this Game Maker is great, and Toby Fox is great with Game Maker. This game has a tendency to kind of crash on some interactions. Usually it has to deal with an interaction, which is why I think Okapi isn't going to be having a problem here.
From my experience, crashes can happen if you hit Z, X, and C at the same time in a certain way.
Yeah. It's kind of, I'm going to refer to a different game I run, and a game that had a tournament in fall of 2018. There's a game I run called One Shot, where you can cause a crash by hitting your confirm and deny button as to confuse the game. And you can kind of combine that with the menu in this game scenario. So it is pretty kind of, it's not hard to crash for sure. You see it commonly, and it does have to do with menu opening, which your menu button is the wrist protector button. So you need to be holding down a menu button in order to do the wrist protector and move the text faster. Zans just had Rawls fight against King, and Susie's at very low health.
And to answer that guy's question in the chat, I would say you would like this game, and it is a great speed run.
Yeah, again, as I mentioned earlier, this is a game where minor things do really add up a lot in the speed game, so it is kind of interesting to see your improvement as you just kind of get more used to the things in the game. But even if you don't want to speedrun this game, I'd recommend at least playing it through just casually to experience it for yourself, because it is really good.
Okapi came really close to PB.
Yeah, really.
10 seconds off.
Walking under the bed there. But ending off, stopped the timer a little late, so I believe that was 28-17.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, so that was a really, really good run. Again, Okapi's PB is 28-09, so only 8 seconds off.
Yeah, 8 seconds off of PB is insane.
Yeah, that was a beautiful run there. Okay, so now we have to use Okapi. I'm going to double check Zans' audio here to see if we can use it for this last bit of the run again.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it doesn't sound like it, unfortunately, so... Oh well on that front, but we'll see if we can't get Okapi in for an interview, because I want to hear their opinion on this run. I want to hear... I want them to come in.
Yeah.
That was a great run.
Yeah, it was a really good run.
But Zan's going to be plugging that soul into the fountain and heading back to the light world to end the run. We'll see. Alright, it looks like Okapi doesn't really have time to interview us, but Zans is pretty close, so we'll see if Zans wants to come in and say something.
Yeah. I don't know what Zans' PB is. Let me check. I don't know what his profile is on speedrun.com.
Me neither. I guess we'll have to just see. Meanwhile, though, while Zans is about to finish up, I'd recommend following both of these runners for sure.
Yep.
Zans is unfortunately going to be eliminated at this point, despite finishing the run up right now with 30:59. That's a sub 31, which might be good for Zans. Actually, I think Zans had splits up on their stream, so I want to see how they did. But so that's unfortunately going to be the end of the tournament for Zans. Okapi's going to be moving on, though.
Yeah.
We face... I'm just waiting for the bracket to load here. I know where they are on the bracket.
Okapi is gonna face Yoshi Killer next.
Yoshi Killer, okay.
And then whoever wins that faces me.
Alright, so you almost know your next opponent.
Yeah.
But it looks like, though, this is gonna be the end of the races today. Coming up, though, we have one race scheduled for tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, so that's 25 hours from now. And that's going to be Ambient versus Nahar. You're apparently going to be back on commentary for that.
Yeah. And that's going to be your only match tomorrow, I think.
It looks like it right now. We have two exciting matches on Saturday. Our Smiley and Isaiah and Soaring Sloth, so...
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be exciting, but I believe that is all we have now.
Yeah.
So, thank you everybody for coming out, and you're commentating tomorrow, so I guess we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I have to pack for a flight, so I might not be there, but I hope the race is still enjoyable.
Yeah.
Thank you, and so long.
Alright, I'll be signing off as well, so I'll see you guys later.